Hello everyone, and welcome to Saving Feyce, a Craftic Studios D&D 5e campaign. Things to note as you join us on this adventure. First, this is a heavily homebrewed campaign where we'll bend the rules to suit our story. If it makes a good story, the rule goes out the window. All players are using either homebrew or community-created races, classes, or both, and we'll be revealing those as they're revealed over the course of the story, so as to avoid spoiling anything. We'll be using safety tools at the table. These will be present in the use of safety cards and extensive communications behind the scenes. Our goal is to make our players and our table as safe as possible. So if we suddenly cut stream, please don't be alarmed. We're working things out, and we'll be back shortly. Oh yeah, and we swear. A lot. In the beginning was the age of darkness, and then the age of men, and then the age of fire. According to the calendar of the Magisterium d'Orleans, the year is 2167 in the fourth age, here on the planet known as Etta. I would warn all who travel her shores. Not everything here is as it seems. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Saving Feyce. I want to address something right off the top tonight. We take the safety and comfort of everyone at our table very, very seriously. Since our last episode a month ago, some things have come to light that made it no longer possible for the cast to continue in the configuration we had. For that reason, Meg will no longer be joining us at the table going forward. This decision was made without rancor, and we wish her absolutely all the best. But it was time for a change that we hope will be best for everybody involved. We hope you understand, and that you'll continue to join us on this adventure, because we've got a lot of story left to tell. I continue to be Justin McGregor, your DM and host. Going around the table, we have...
I'm Liz, and I'll be playing Aoife Inkblood, our swampy warlock witch. I mess this up every time. How does this happen? I
think you practiced doing it wrong.
Next.
Hi, I'm Abe. I'll be playing Marge, your Warforged Barbarian, and Frostbite, your Druidic Fae.
I am Kayla. I will be playing your half-elf paladin, Diana.
Hi, everybody. It's me, Nikki, and I'll be your siren tonight. Nia. I almost forgot my own name. It's fine.
It's been a minute.
It's real.
In good company. It's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine. It's cool. It's fine.
Also acceptable, wine ant.
Wine ant.
So many options.
I give you guys options. That's just what I do. It's how I roll. Don't mind me. Just so I fucked up my contouring. It's fine. It's cool.
Well,
I've only been doing this for months.
We took a month off. It's fine.
It's fine.
Everything is
fine.
fine.
Into the other thing that we all dread. I mean, that we all love.
I love it. What are you talking about?
Please.
I believe there is a member of our community who celebrated the day of their birth today.
Indeed. Yes.
Would like to give a huge shout out and happy birthday to the amazing Dice Fix on Twitter. Preston, may your day be filled with love, friends, and joy.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. I can't sing the actual glint because I copyrighted.
No, it's not.
It's not anymore. You can sing
it's not anymore.
No,
I don't think we need to sing happy birthday.
It went fair use in 2015.
Womp womp.
Happy 21st birthday, Preston. We appreciate all your love and support that you've given us and all your amazing dice that you have made for all of
Baby.
us.
Oh, wow.
Get drunk, make dice.
Get drunk, make dice. Send them to me, please.
Yes, oh my God. Please videotape yourself making drunk dice. Don't hurt yourself, though.
We will all gladly accept drunk dice. And so
Remember who loved you most.
Oopsies.
that would be me. No,
Remember who loved you first.
Oh, wow.
it's a competition now. All right. Yeah. So usual start of stream business. As always, first and foremost, want to thank Gabe James Games for the class modifier module used to create all of our characters. The CMM is a narrative replacement for race-based modifiers because we don't believe that race has a damn thing to do with what you're capable of, and we're not going to build that into our games. Also want to thank Chris Sergi for all of the wonderful music you heard during our intro. We'll hear again throughout the episode. This quarter, we continue to raise money for RAIN, the Rape, Abuse, Incest National Network. It is the largest anti-sexual violence organization in the nation. They created and operate the National Sexual Assault Hotline in partnership with more than 1,000 local sexual assault service providers across the country. They also carry out programs to prevent sexual violence, help survivors, and ensure that perpetrators are brought to justice. We have reached our goal for the month. However, every bit helps. And also, we will be doing a drawing at the end of the quarter for spots in the next Sean's Garage one-shot.
Wait, there's going to be more than one?
There's going to be more than one.
There's more than one garage.
I've got at least 3 planned. So yeah,
It's like the 5,000 yard stare. First
So
one had
apparently there's
such a
gonna be-
bomb drop.
It was
Sean's
so
Garage
good
2,
though.
Electric Boogaloo.
Oh gosh.
so
Somebody come prepared with neon signs.
Oh, I can make
Um,
those. It's good.
So yeah, keep those donations coming, and we will draw for that at the end of the quarter. Lastly, I think I can probably drop this one before too much longer, but what the heck, I will remind you that we are using the plot point mechanic from the back of the DMG. It has been used for several things, including burning a city to the ground.
Bringing soup to their family.
You know, it's going to be like a phoenix. It's going to rise from
It
the
is.
ashes, right?
Yeah.
Whatever you want to believe. Saul.
Whatever
I'm
makes
here
me
for
sleep
it.
at night.
I'm
Right.
here for it.
So,
Yes.
yes. So at for those of you unfamiliar, the plot point mechanic allows a player once per character level to insert a plot element into the story that I, the DM, just have to deal with. We'll see how that goes for the remainder of the night. Now normally
I don't have
comes
any more.
to what I jokingly call my favorite part of the show. And as tempted as I am to ask you all for a history roll to see who can remember a month ago.
God bless you.
I have my notes here. I'm ready.
Well, you're welcome to volunteer, but I was going to take care of it.
Look, there's only one thing that's important about a month ago. Small burned down the goddamn town.
There were several things.
And I really think that that's taking it out of context a bit. She planted the seed, did not give any sort of
She gave the
specification.
halfling a coupon for soup for his family, and Home Dog copy and pasted that and sent it to everybody in the town.
I did not say burn the city. I just said revolt against the Baron.
There's a difference.
There
really
is. So if we're going to do this all the way from the top, the episode actually started with some fairly uncomfortable questions, and then some fairly drunken questions. Go listen to episode 9.5 for that. After a night of boozing, our Swamp Witch, along with our tag-along NPC, went up to go take a look at the sunrise, and at sunrise, indeed, the city below was burning.
Oh my
Because while everyone else slept, our oh-so-shady paladin took a trip from the airship back down to the surface, posed as a goddess of goodness and light, as I recall.
Got us a piece.
Goddess of peace, that's right. That's even more ironic than I thought it was.
Look,
And-
sometimes you have to give out a lot of fire for peace.
And convinced a civil servant to revolt against the Baron of Balmoral. whispering secrets into the ears of passers-by as she returned to their lodgings. For all of that, it was decided time to get the hell out of Dodge. And the party made their way back toward, presumably, the town of Barden by way of Gibson's Ferry. Along the way, we made a stop off at Five Spires for Petrus, Aoife, and Diana to go through a certain Aarakocra's dorm room for clues as to what he might have been up to before potentially betraying the magisterium. And Frostbite and Nia and Marcella going off to speak to the druids in the grove about the rising threat of the Iron Court. I did forget one bit of business. That before we left town, our dear Siren decided to visit the sea, and received what, for lack of a better word, we'll call a flashback toward what led toward her eventual induction into the Siren Sisterhood. As we left our party, I believe it was Aoife had cast Liamon's tiny hut, and we were sheltered in place against what seemed to be a coming winter storm. So I'll flash forward us just a little bit. In the night that night, Marcella's sender reached out with news. The revolutionary spirit in Balmoral had spread, no doubt through the same means by which she was being contacted. The nobles of her hometown were being recalled to their resources commandeered to assist the quelling insurrection. Further, Colonel Biloxi sent word that his troops were delayed at Gibson's Ferry, but he was cut off before he could say why. Marcella made the decision to head for the southern river crossing to make best time for home, while the party continues on their route to see why the ferry, so close to Aoife's home, has become impassable. By the time you get ready to go, there are several inches of snow banked up against the side of a magical shelter. And when the spell drops, the wind drives the still falling snow into the space where you'd been sheltered only moments before, and my God, is it cold.
I'm glad at least one of us is enjoying this.
So,
Maybe if you wore shoes, it wouldn't bother you so bad.
I don't wear shoes and it doesn't bother me at all.
You're a winter fae.
It's a valid
cold-
argument.
The cold doesn't bother you.
Oh,
Anyway.
Thank you for saying so.
just exit stage left.
So friends, shall we continue going the way we were?
Yes.
Nia,
Yes.
how are you feeling today?
Oh, I'm great. Don't know what you're talking about. Never better. A whole 2 pounds lighter, I suppose.
Okay. We're here for you.
Oh, you can't get rid of me even if you wanted to.
I, for one, don't want to get rid of you, so hang along.
So, seems we are heading back towards Aoife's hut. Exciting.
I think it may be because the ferry's stuck on this side of the river where we crash landed it.
I don't remember there being a crash landing.
Well, it was
Just
not
not-
a graceful landing.
It's true.
It did go a bit off course, didn't it?
We went off course, but we didn't necessarily crash it.
Ooh.
What's
Darling,
going on
that
faster than
it
normal?
became land bound.
Guess we better go find it.
Yep. If I remember right, it was like 2 miles below the normal crossing spot.
Somewhere
Sounds about right. Yeah.
We have to locate the ship.
Oh,
Wait, I found it. There's 2 of them.
You're blushing.
of your screen.
And the top of your screen.
Ooh,
And so,
it's
And it started.
Justin's already like, I gotta herd cats.
No.
as you're sitting here having this conversation and gathering the last of your things, there is, you can hear voices. Even snow being what it is, it's dampening sound. But even from this distance from the road, you can hear people. Sounds like a fair lot of them, actually. And you're still several miles from the ferry crossing.
Oh no.
As you gain the road, there is extraordinarily heavy traffic. Some cart, some on foot. And the closer you get to the river, the denser and denser and denser it becomes. Until it seems everything has just come to a stop. People have makeshift camps set up. Someone had a large pavilion tent. And as you get fairly close to the river, you can see someone has set it up, and they have the tent flaps pulled back, and they've corralled all the kids into the big pavilion tent, and people are trying to organize games and keep them occupied and playing and warm. No. God,
You had
no.
me scared for a minute. I was gonna be like, okay, so we're gonna burn down the tent too.
No. We're
And
not
get everybody to
that way.
safety. All right.
All right. Do we want to get all the burning down jokes out on the table now?
Oh no, we have a whole night to fill it. You kidding? What makes you think I'm done burning things down? Jesus.
We don't need any water. Just let the motherfucker burn.
I think y'all decided that when you left the burning city before, actually. That was
Yeah, it's fine.
I'm very
That was fine.
persuasive.
Look, Marge has a complex with fire now. Don't judge me.
So yeah, there are lots of people here, probably several hundred. No one seems to be particularly in charge. Do you want to just make your way to the river? Do you want to stop and ask questions? What's the play?
Is it fairly obvious to us that these are refugees from the city?
Yeah, everybody seems to be coming in that way, and they've gotten this far and can't get any further.
Okay.
Do they have food?
Everyone's, your sense is that they were well provisioned for several days' travel.
Okay.
Perhaps not in this weather. Some folks don't quite seem dressed for it. But no, your immediate impression isn't that people are starving. They're just kind of pissed that they can't cross and are stuck.
If you want, we don't have to wait for a ferry to show up. We could just fly over.
But if the ferry is stuck downstream, the ferry will never show up, and these people will be stuck here.
Marge, my dear, sweet, bear-shaped friend, how I've missed you. That just seems like a lot of extra work.
But also flying?
But
Yes.
also, I feel like we owe it to them.
Oh, the carpet.
Yes.
Yes.
It is the right thing to do, as we may be responsible for them being here in one way or another.
We can just call the elephant in the room. This is my fault. Not what I planned. But I think we need to help them.
A young lady standing not far from you. A young lady standing not terribly far from you. When she hears Diana goes, "You're the reason the ferry stopped running? How did you do that from over here?"
I've got to have a lot of talents.
Apparently, the last load of people went over at 6:00 last night, and nobody's seen it since.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh,
see.
well.
So we could fly on over and see what's going on that side of the ferry and help these people out.
Is that really what you intend to do?
What? Help everybody out?
We're not just going to fly over and just abandon the idea once we get over there?
No, I will give you the same amount of participation that I was going to give you on this side.
So none.
Valid point.
Oh my
Sure.
god.
The bear dust bunny minimal.
Noted.
No, I'm a team player. I don't want all these people over here causing a fuss and getting in trouble. Trouble attracts more trouble.
Oh, how I know that.
Yes, you both do.
Mm,
Why do you think we make such a good team?
goodness.
I didn't even help with the fire this time. Anyway, so I don't really want to bring Bugbear out in front of the crowd of people. So if we want any more interactions with them, and then maybe go hide behind a tree and then
Or
set off.
hear me out. My greatsword can make a fog cloud. We can hide ourselves enough to at least get started over the river. They won't notice.
So it's snowing hard enough right now that y'all wouldn't have to go very far.
Yeah.
You could get off the side of the road, cast your fog cloud, and it would look like just about anything else.
But if you still had questions, besides the time in which the last fairy was seen, now would be the time to ask, I guess.
Excuse me, young girl.
Yes.
Who was in charge of the ferry during the last load?
How young is this girl? Like 17 or 6?
Like late teens, early 20s.
Okay. Sorry, just
No, you're fine. You're fine.
I was imagining like a little 7-year-old and then Marge, and it was really cute.
And I almost want to retcon it, but no, my intention was that.
I mean, technically, she would probably still be like.
Well, yeah. Fair.
No. But
Sorry, repeat the question again because I got distracted.
Who was piloting the ferry?
I don't know his name. We got here. There are lots of folks, so we've been waiting our turn. We saw 3 ferry trips through the course of the afternoon, and not long after it started snowing, it stopped.
What did he look like?
I'm not as tall as you, but tall, kind of burly human guy. There were a few more on the boat helping load people on. Yeah, and like I said, it disappeared, and then overnight, it started snowing. But I don't even want to say something. This sounds so silly. Tommy said that he saw something over there. Most of the fires went out early.
you're not in a game of 10 candles. Stop.
we-
Sorry.
And we didn't see any of the buildings light up, which is kind of strange because I know there's an inn over there, but we never saw their lights.
Who was Tommy?
He's over there. He's my older brother.
Marja Turk. Tommy, can you come here?
Tomothy.
Yeah. Slightly older young man. Not quite old enough to have a beard that fills in properly, but he's trying really hard.
Oh, with your little chin strap.
Yeah,
Bless.
kind of wanders over a little intimidated because Marge is large and bear-shaped. Probably never seen a Warforged before. Yes, how can I help you? Izzy, what the shit did you get me into?
Your sister said you saw something. Could you tell me what it was?
Look, I told them, God. Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know that I saw anything. I just, they were, whatever there were 3 of them, and they were huge. I honestly, I thought I was seeing shadows cast by the fire up against something else. And I probably would have written it off if it didn't look like one of them was carrying an entire tree.
By huge, how much larger than I were they?
Oh, they're so far away. I mean, it would be pure guesswork.
Twice the size?
Size and a half to twice, give or take. I mean, like I said, it was the light was failing, and I'm looking at something mostly in shadow. So, really, seriously, don't squash me if I got it wrong.
Dear, you're fine. Real quick, how was their speed? Were they really, really fast or really, really slow?
Lumbering, I think, is the way I would put it.
Aoife, the visitors to the cabin, did one of them carry a tree?
Apparently, yes. I was going to say I seem to remember a large club, but
It was a battering ram.
I'm saying depending on the size, I guess it could technically be the same thing. So, yes.
Larger than me with a tree. It sounds like the 3 have come to visit.
I don't think they were.
Come to visit thee! Sorry, we were rhyming. You weren't doing it intentionally, and I just really wanted to complete that.
Thank you, Nia. Your bard is showing.
Does that mean you're done with me?
Yes.
We're done with Timothy. Goodbye.
He slowly just reads and grabs his sister and yanks her back as he goes.
Actually hit that, like, Nia actually, like, flings her fan at him, and she's like, do not grab a woman.
Be nice to your sister. Don't make me tell you again.
Picks up her fan, snaps it clean.
It sounds like our visitors didn't actually take the warning seriously and stuck around.
Oh, I didn't think they were going to go anywhere. I just didn't expect them to be stupid enough to come into a town.
Well, they are not known for their intelligence.
No, I don't think they are. So, and this wicked grin comes over her face. I guess we have some orcs to go take care of.
Trolls?
Trolls?
We gave them a warning.
Ogres?
Ogres.
We did give them a warning.
We certainly did. I believe
that's way more fair.
Believe that I told them not to come back, but I guess I was talking about the swamp, so maybe they just thought they could go anywhere else that they pleased.
It sounds like if we gave them a warning, we need to uphold our end of the bargain.
Excellent.
Marge, you ready for some tag team shenanigans?
Marge just kind of roll his shoulders.
Is there going to be a fastball special in our future?
There was that one move we talked about a while ago, Marge. Do you remember? Do you have that in your memory banks?
Yes.
Great. Let's go ogre hunting then.
We have to. Well, are the ogres on this side of the ferry or on the other side? The other side.
They would be on the other side.
Yeah, presumably they would be on the other side. And this would also make. I think we now understand what happened to Biloxi, or why his communication cut off to Marcella. So perhaps he's already handling the problem.
Or
It
got
does-
handled by the problem.
Or got handled by the prop. That's one way to put it. Yep.
We just will have to see. So let's go across it. Do you
I
think you
would
can
like
do
to-
that? Okay.
I
Sorry.
would like to test these upgrades.
Oh, boy.
Nia, dear, all you have to do is say please.
I didn't want to cut off Mars. That's rude. But yes, if you wouldn't mind, please, covering our trail as we make our way across the ferry.
And with
This is the ferry's the boat. Make our way is the
the path.
river.
River?
river.
River.
Just so I'm clear about a few things. This is an east-west road. When you leave the path to go do your thing, do you go north or south?
South.
Well, no.
Is there more of Gibson's Ferry to the north or to the south from where the actual ferry landing
From
is?
the ferry landing is almost the southernmost thing.
Okay, so I would say then that we should go north of the ferry landing so that we can sneak into town.
Nick's not?
Sneak snog into town.
I'm
You're
not good
asking
at
the directionally
sneaking.
challenged paladin here. I'm just gonna go with the party.
Directionally challenged. Oh gosh.
But if we go to the south, then we can push north
it was-
through the town.
Or loop back around and come in through the other side. There's so many options for this very quick plan that we are putting together right now.
I have a gambler's set. Do we need to roll a dice to determine?
Aoife, this is your stomping ground. I will take your advice, whichever you prefer.
No, I think you're right. Let's go south. We can come up by the cemetery road into town.
Okay, good. Just had to check. So this is fairly easy flying. You get down to the south end of the road, not very far. It's maybe 75 yards to the woods on either side. Just inside the tree line, up comes the fog. The wind isn't any nicer at altitude. It continues to be biting. I would like a perception check. DC 18 from Frostbite.
Ooh.
Oh,
Ooh.
Roll the Preston dice.
14 on the dice plus 8 is 21, 22.
Oh.
Okay.
Nailed it.
There are elements of this storm that are not strictly speaking natural. You are noticing bands of sleet. You are noticing certain telltale signs that something or someone is on the move. Your guess would be someone pretty powerful. You don't get the sense immediately that this is a relative, but probably a member of the court. Hence the storm.
Winter storm?
Yes.
Cool.
so not a relative, but maybe part of the court. Great, wonderful, excellent.
Yes.
Oh, that wasn't Nia. That was Nikki. Same amount of sass. Sorry.
It is hard to tell
from
sometimes.
the veracity of the storm, would I be able to measure how powerful compared to what I
That's a
know?
good question.
Take 2 or 3 power tiers down from your granddad. I mean, we're talking high court noble. This is something big. In fact, with that good of a roll, I would guess that you probably can catch little glimpses of their forward guard. There are sprites moving ahead sowing that sleet. They don't seem to care a thing in the world about you.
There is a winter noble in the area.
Just, sorry, for my own clarification, is Frostbite inside Marge?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, because you should
Let's say, like,
be.
Frostbite, why don't you just get
Yeah.
back in there?
Yeah, that might be a solid plan. Okay, just making sure.
It's you would hear Marge's voice when Frostbite speaks, but the
Is there some sort of tell? Like FB out, FB in? I'm asking the logical questions. How do we tell who's talking?
the speech pattern so Frostbite in the Marge voice would be like, ladies, there's a high noble of the court in the area. We need to be careful.
Okay.
Noted.
Just a general blanket careful. You stay in there, though.
Yes, I am not coming out of this suit.
Please don't.
Please don't.
Please don't. I don't want to have that.
I'm
fight
only
today.
just getting used to you. I would hate for you to get whisked away.
I don't know if we're going to be lucky enough
As
to get out
would
of
I.
another arrest.
I don't think it would be an arrest.
We made it through a normal jail cell. How the hell would we get a small Fey out of the Feywild? The Winter Court, no less.
No, that's what has a point.
Stay in the fucking Warforged.
I did not plan on coming out.
That was perfect. I
Yeah.
love it.
Oh,
Frostbite stated, I don't think there would be an arrest. I think it would be a eliminate on
I
site.
think it would be a fight, and I'm not sure that we would win.
I
I
don't
think I
want to
would be
test
forced
it.
to return.
Neither
neither.
do I.
Bugbear, darling, I know you have a cap speed, but I think you can just take us a little faster.
And I actually have a question about how the physics of this works.
sure.
So I guess my thought is like, it's a magical item, so maybe it's just floating over the water and there are actually no issues. But my logical brain is like trying to float over something that's not solid.
Mhm.
How does that work? Does it
Same way you
work?
just-
Actually, yes. Yeah. No. It does.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean,
my
think-
logical brain is just like, and we sink into the water.
Yeah, no, think hovercraft.
Okay. Cool. Got it.
D&D physics, it's fine.
It's fine.
Not
Works for me.
Back to the Future hoverboard.
No,
Actual
it's
hovercraft.
Actual hovercraft, right?
Oh gosh. Got it.
So, how far south of town are you landing? Are you going a couple miles and then come back in, or are you just going to land like south of the inn, or what's the plan?
I would say far enough south that we can wrap around through the woods to come up the road going north through town.
That's not terribly far at all. Couple 100 yards.
Yeah.
And-
Mostly just so that even with the snow, or with the weather, whatever it is doing on the other side of the river, that we're far enough down so that we wouldn't be seen by anybody just casually like looking out through town.
I got it. Okay. So you make landfall. I'm assuming we pack up the carpet before we continue.
Oh yes.
Do I have to?
No,
We are walking.
you actually don't.
We are walking.
If all you do is ride Bugbear, your legs are going to get scrawny.
My legs are already a little scrawny. It's fine. That
think
came
she's got
out
nice legs.
wrong. That came out wrong, and I apologize.
Well, the short version of the story is we don't skip on leg day.
I get my leg workout just fine. I have also just been enjoying being carried around.
I've seen your work, so I agree to that.
But if we think it's best that we put Bugbear back in the bag,
setup was great.
I will do so. And I'll walk.
Does anyone have passed without a trace or anything similar?
Yes.
I
That's
don't. Oh, you do? Excellent. I can make people invisible.
I think pass without a trace would be a better option here because I think it's more likely to obscure our footprints as opposed to people walking by who are invisible leaving footprints in the snow.
I agree to that.
Yep. And I would cast Pass Without a Trace on us. Mr. DM.
As I'm recalling,
Plus 10?
that is
10.
plus 10 to stealth. There we go. Yep.
Yes.
All right.
Also, but before we go into town, I would like to cast the Augury.
The
Oh.
augury.
The augury.
And find out if going into town is as wise as we believe it is.
You get back images of crocuses struggling to break through the snow.
That's
They're
flower,
little
right?
purple flowers.
It's a small purple flower
Okay.
that
Yeah.
comes up through the snow, usually.
It's a very early
Yes.
spring
It's
flower.
a very early spring flower.
We used to get them over here, and they're not here anymore.
Some of them don't make it all the way through the snowbed. Others come up just fine. Yeah, the back channel, that is correct.
Okay. Okay. Was for my knowledge.
Excuse me. You tell us.
So
I wouldn't know I cast anything.
remind me of the duration of Pass Without Trace.
Pass Without Trace is 1 hour.
Okay, cool. Okay, so let's start with stealth checks for everybody. These are going to be opposed, and I'm not going to tell you what your opponents roll.
That's fine. Ooh! I did really well. I rolled a 19 on the dice, and altogether that's a 22. Well, 32. Ha-ha! Skip leg day, my ass.
That's an 18.
Okay.
28.
Sorry.
Apparently, the bear is stealthy AF.
It is not nighttime.
No, ma'am, it is not.
Okay, just making sure.
But is it dimly lit because it's overcast and the snow? I don't know if that helps you at all.
It doesn't help me at all.
Okay.
I get advantage at nighttime.
Oh, are you a wood elf?
It's from my pact.
Well, yeah, I believe wood elves also have. They don't have the thing that blend with nature, but that might not be the correct thing that I'm thinking of. Never mind. It's a racial thing, but
I have 17.
17. Okay. So you sneak slunk your way around
I think
the.
we're sneak snunking.
And we're sneaking.
We're just not causing a lot of excess noise.
Right. Around the south. I heard that, Tyler. Southwest
ninjas.
of the southwest of the town. The cemetery is in the southwest corner, and there's mausoleums and whatnot to hide behind. You make your way around, and you can see clearly there's a little knot of houses to either side of the cemetery, and it looks out into what passes for a town square in a town of less than 500 people. It's basically a longhouse, a giant tree, and a place for a communal bonfire. You can see bodies. Some lying face down, some lying face up in the snow. The bonfire is lit. And around it, sure enough, your 3 friends from before. Ogres in various dress. One wearing something that looks like a poor imitation of wizard's robes. One carries a humongous club that, now that you have time to study it, you can tell actually has not only the handle it can grab here, but also one further up. And it looks like a crude iron tip. And the other, hung at his waist, with his great club, is also a drum.
Don't like that.
Ooh. How far away are we?
Let's not do anything hasty yet. Just let's take a moment to evaluate the situation, because honestly, my immediate thought was this is my fault and we need to come up with a way to actually fix this.
One, them existing, being here, not your fault.
If I hadn't told them to leave, if we had dealt with them then, this would not have happened. These people's lives are on my hands. I made that choice. I don't even know if my house is still there at this point.
Well,
Everyone give me a perception check. DC 15, please.
I'm rolling great. Thank you, Preston, by the way. Happy birthday. The dice have been
Yes.
great to me tonight. 21.
24?
So help me with setting all your DCs above 20 from
16.
now on.
No, stop.
I'm a druid.
Please,
I stack
no.
wisdom.
19.
19, okay.
I rolled a 19 and an 18 consecutively. Like
I have a +8 perception.
What did you get, Diana?
16.
16.
Okay.
It's enough for all of you to tell.
My passive is at 18.
You can hear something huge crashing through the trees well north of town. And a slow, guttural growl. Abe, is that a question finger or is that a, oh shit, what's that finger?
That's question finger. What kind of growl? Can I nature check the growl?
Nature check the growl. Actually, Aoife, it'd be good for you to do it as well.
30-20.
Not very good at nature, though. So.
Yeah, you know what? It's your swamp. Roll at advantage.
It's your swamp.
17.
If it weren't so big, you'd say it's an alligator.
Oh, God. New York alligators from the fucking sewer hiding out in my swamp.
God. Florida gators. Just regular Florida gators.
How big is the area that they're standing in? How close together are they?
I mean, this is a decent sized community bonfire, and they're just kind of an old crescent around it.
Would you say that they're in an area that's 10 feet, maybe? Give or take?
Are
Okay,
they 5 feet
if you're-
apart?
If you're calculating AoE,
Yes.
my guess is that if you smacked the center one, you'd get the other two
Cool.
and part of the bonfire.
That works. Your girl leveled up. So I took Magic Circle.
Okay.
So I can contain them. I can contain them.
What can...
You create a 10-foot radius, 20-foot tall cylinder of magical energy centered on a point on the ground that you can see within range. Glowing runes appear wherever the cylinder intersects with the floor surface. Choose one or more of the following types of creatures.
Yeah.
The circle affects a creature of the chosen type in the following ways. They cannot willingly enter the cylinder by non-magical means. If they try to teleport or interplanal travel to do so, they must succeed a charisma saving throw, which they would likely fail because The creature has disadvantage on attack rolls against targets within the cylinder, and the targets within the cylinder cannot be charmed, frightened, or possessed by the creature. When you cast the spell, you can elect to cause its magic to operate in the reverse direction, preventing a creature of the specified type from leaving the cylinder and protecting targets outside.
Fair enough.
But I'm not sure if it will actually affect them or not, because I don't know what type of creature they are. So it probably won't even work.
Ogres.
Let's say, large giant, large giant, large giant.
Yeah.
Giant.
They are type giant. What?
Is there a way we can make it so they can't make noise if you trap them in a circle?
Do any of us have silence?
I have shattered.
No. But I could put them to sleep.
I'm more worried about the one banging the drum.
Well, we don't even know what that is. Oh,
They didn't.
yes,
They didn't have
that.
the drum last time.
Yes, that is also what I am worried about.
I feel like that might be related to the thing growling.
Could be.
Yes, all this is being done in whispers.
Yes.
It was being done in message, because at least one being
yeah.
message.
Uh,
Because otherwise, we're about to start something else.
I could put them to sleep, which would put them to sleep. Could put them in the magic circle.
You hit them with a lightning bolt.
I could make them run away in fear.
I don't think we need them to run away. Could you put all three of them to sleep?
Possibly.
Or magic circle and put the one with the drum asleep?
Could do that. Well, it'll affect all of them.
Well,
regardless, but yes. I just have to figure out how many decent D8 that is. I do it a third time.
I was gonna go running and screaming with the sword, but the thing that has
98.
me on edge.
98 if I try to cast it at third level.
72 hit points max.
Which I get one asleep. Nia would try it though.
For what it's worth,
Beefy did they look like?
tree, drummer boy, wannabe mage.
Beat mage. Oh my god.
Wannabe just getting up, wandering around, starting to look a little nervous because that growl is getting louder.
Oh, so it's probably not related to them.
I could also I could make a thing appear and it would have smell and form and could talk. I don't think these ogres would be smart enough to actually like investigate it. I could just make a really big thing appear to scare them off or to talk to them.
I could also talk to them.
I don't think they're gonna let us talk to them.
I have message.
Would you like me to talk to them?
I could make them listen. Oh god, we actually have a lot of options, which is kind of a weird feeling.
Right?
We're we don't have
Arrested.
time.
See Marge pulling his shield out, strapping it on.
Another pair of ogres go wandering across the north end of the clearing. They make a hand sign to the one with the drum, who nods in acknowledgement, and they keep walking.
Wait, another pair? So there's the three and then
So
there's
there's
two?
5 total.
There's
at
5
least.
total.
At least.
We do not need to let him hit that drum, whatever
No.
happens.
No, we do not. Do I actually recognize them?
The one with the club thing, Yes, absolutely. The other two, you're staring at their back.
Okay.
Like they're in a crescent this way. You can see Tree Boy on profile.
Right. Is he the one that I spoke to?
No.
No. Okay.
Diana,
Yes.
if we attack, can your first blow sunder the drum?
I could ask him very nicely, with the way that my voice is sometimes, to hand over the drum.
Could you convince 3 of them?
I don't know if I can convince 3 of them at the same time.
Because I don't think the other 2 are just going to let the one hand over.
No, just one. Being again, could make a being appear to make them surrender, but that might be something else attached.
The longer we stand here, the more likely are some of these are going to wander into us.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Those 2 are patrolling. Whatever happens needs to happen now.
I agree.
What if we split them up?
Marge, do we tag team the one with the drum?
I'm more worried about the one in the robes. If we can get the drum silenced.
Do ogres have dark vision? I literally say that out loud. Like, is that a thing that they have?
I don't know.
I feel like Marge, would you know? Frostbite, would you know?
Yes, they do. And if you're going to magically darken the area, even those with dark vision would not be able to see through.
Well, my thought was they're standing around a fire. At least for a moment, anyway. I would think that their sight would be compromised.
I would prefer not to
Let's
cause absolute darkness, because then I feel like the one with the drum would go ahead and just sound off.
I guess our best choice is running in and destroying that drum. I don't think we have much of a choice.
Would you at least let me cause a distraction so they look the other way before you 2 jump in and try to take the drum?
I mean, I've got invisibility.
You hear
I can at
footsteps
least get
behind
close.
you.
I am the fastest here.
A parapet, in fact.
Turn around.
You can see those 2 ogres moving through the brush. They haven't gotten to you yet.
We're about to be flanked. We need to move.
Okay. Nia just like, fine. And in the middle of the road appears a large, actually probably, I think it would be bigger than that, yes. Because it can fit in a 20-foot cube. What looks to be an ancient, between an adult and an ancient red dragon. Just
And this is in front of them? Out ahead of them? Is that?
yes.
Okay.
It appears there. It literally looks like it drops to the ground, like steam appearing at its feet, and it roars very loudly.
The 2 behind us or the 3 in front of us?
I guess it would have been be the 2 behind us, but it's very loud. So
We need to move because those
Yes.
other ones are going to come this way.
I need positioning real quick. It's not in front of the 3
Right.
It's not in front of the 3 at the campfire. It's in front of the 2 behind you,
Yes.
and
You
it
want-
roars.
And
Yes.
so we need to move.
So hold
Yes.
on. If she's doing that, and she's gonna let us know she's fixing to cast a spell.
Yeah.
Marge is charging the one with the drum.
Diana's
Oh.
following.
N-
Great
Nia-
sword out.
Nia literally just whispers, "Distraction time on those 2," and then you see that happen.
If any of you understood Giant, the string of expletives would be impressive.
Do I understand giant?
I don't think you do.
Common
So-
and dwarvish.
So
No,
this, so
don't.
I cast major image. So this thing is like, unless somebody actually goes and investigates this thing, it looks, sounds, smells, for all intents and purposes, like a big old red dragon just appeared.
smells like a dragon.
Yes, it
Oh,
smells like a
boy.
dragon.
We got that. We got
Dragon
that 4D
smells
going
like.
on.
Yeah,
Okay, before we go to break,
that
let's roll
40 Shrek
initiative, please.
adventure.
No.
Alrighty.
Please don't fail me. 17.
Preston dice. Oh, Preston dice.
Is that a 20?
That is a nat 20 for a total of 23.
And that's for both margin frostbite.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
just take them at the same turn. Just for
Just making
sanity's
sure
sake.
for my notes.
It makes everybody's sanity easier.
Yep.
Just want to know where I go.
Fair enough.
Who's got the funk?
Aoife, what's your roll?
Big old 2.
Ooh.
Big old 2.
Aoife does not want this fight.
Nope, sure don't.
And Nia?
16.
16. Okay.
Oh, ho, 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 ho. Hallie and Marge. Right together.
Let me do 2 more things real quick.
I don't like that.
Uh,
I don't like that.
Do I have Discord up? I don't. Hold on. Gotta send you a GIF.
Oh gosh.
Okay, so when we return from break, our order will be starting with Frostbite and Marge, Diana, Nia, the ogres, something y'all haven't met yet,
And
Petrus and Lucy, who have been quiet through all of this,
oh, yes.
Oh, bless their hearts.
and Aoife. And so with that, let's take a quick break and come back and kill ourselves some ogres.
March smash.
Let's see.
Marge smash. And we're back.
For it?
Okay.
Wait for it. Okay, all right.
Kill the ogre. Kill the ogre. Kill the ogre.
All I know about opera I learned from Bugs Bunny. Okay.
Oh boy.
So, right before break, we entered combat.
We did.
You've got 2 ogres behind, 3 ogres ahead, a major illusion of a red dragon in play, and some unknown stompy loud thing out in the northern yonders. Marge/Frostbite, you are up first in the order. What's the play?
Yes, sir. So as Marge raids and begins to charge, the blue beam is going to shoot from his forehead towards the sky, and the clouds above the 3 ogres are going to start to swirl. I need you to make a DC 16 Dex save for me.
This be for
As
all, but this be for all 3. Okay.
As a bolt of lightning strikes the one in the center.
All right, we will take them in the order the dice fell.
Okay.
Neat.
The one on the left, the wannabe mage, rolled a 5. You said this was a Dex save?
Yes, sir.
So that is actually a 4 for him.
Where's my X card?
The drummer boy, 17 on the dice, which is actually a 16. And I have to change screens because the guy with the big club is from a different book.
Oh. Shame on him.
And
I'm in
his
danger.
and his is a 15.
Okay, so those who do not make it,
Uh-huh.
so Meiji Boy and not Drummer Boy
Yep.
are going to take
Club.
18 points of damage,
Okay. So
and the other one is going to take 9.
I do love things that damage even when they don't connect.
So we're going to do stick. We're going to do drummer.
Stick.
And we are going to do mage. You said the 2 outer took 18, correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So stick took 18. I can do math. Moji boy is going to take that. And drummer boy took 9. I can simple math. Okay, we're good to go. Next up.
Okay. Marge is going to close the gap.
Mhm.
His first attack is going to be on the drum.
Okay. Roll it.
I have advantage on breaking items.
Okay. It's a big ass wooden drum. It's not that hard to break.
And I'm not whacking it, I'm stabbing it with the staff so that we don't get the accidental sound off.
Okay.
18 plus...
Okay. The AC of wood is 10. You hit the damn thing. What? Just roll your damage.
Okay, so that is
Do you have the hit point for the drum?
7, 8,
And I know about how much that wood would be.
10 points of damage.
More than enough to crack it.
And then his second attack is going to be on the Meiji Boy.
Okay.
Sorry.
AC 21,
Yes.
9, 10, 11 points of damage.
You were looking for a 9 there. I think you got it. Pissed at killing before it does one fucking thing. What's the damage? What was the damage again?
11.
11.
You're hitting the
Is
drum
max
and then,
damage.
and then
It's gonna be good.
So Marge goes, first whack.
you literally reach over Clubby, stick, excuse me, and bonk the mage.
Okay. And they still haven't managed to move because y'all caught them by surprise. Diana, what you gonna do?
I'm going for the one who was holding the drum.
But,
Yes,
well,
the one who's now holding the broken drum. Yes.
the remnants of the drum.
Yes.
He's just got the sticks going. Oh.
Actually, reroute.
Yeah.
I'm going for mage wannabe.
Okay.
I'm going to roll to hit with the great sword,
Do the thing.
but also, no, I'm gonna save that. I'm gonna save that. Just since I go, oh. Oh, that's a. I don't think an 11 hits.
Yes, it does. Yes, it's a 9.
Oh. Okay, cool.
Dude's just in a makeshift robe. I mean, it's not like he's also currently still sitting on a log. Do what you're doing.
Bedspread sitting down.
Oh gosh, I'm so excited.
This cup of grog has spilled everywhere.
That's 11 damage for that. And I'm going to whack him again.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Yeah, remember, I get 2 attacks now.
I
Oh, that's another 11.
Damn it.
I gotta get better dice. But that is 13 damage.
Right. And so, oh, that does bring us to the ogres, though. No, that brings us to Nia. My apologies. Nia, what you gonna do?
Nia sees Diana and Marge rush forward and begin their assault. She's got a giant dragon scaring off the other two, and she's actively making that dragon like stalk towards them. Because that's what I can do on my turn. I can just make it move and be terrified. And then on my turn, yeah, sure, why not? To the stick.
Yeah.
With the club. I am going to cast Dissonant Whispers at 2nd level. So I'll roll that, but he needs to make me a Wisdom saving throw DC 16.
Oh dear. The odds of that happening are slim. He in fact rolled a 17 on the dice, but it's -3. Because
so
he's a fucking ogre, so do what you do.
So he just hears, "Poor unfortunate soul. So sad, so true." And Home Dog needs to run away right now,
Okay.
giving both Marge and Diana attacks of opportunity on him.
That's right.
Yeah.
So he gets up to bolt. Do you think?
That is a natural 19.
Or
I
get
think
hit?
I think I thwack him pretty well.
He takes 10 points of psychic damage.
Ooh.
Oh well, shit! He just falls over.
Oh,
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like he gets up to run and just plants into the bonfire. There's
oh, he's in the fire.
yes.
All right. We
Yes.
are burning more things this
Smell
episode, this
rancid.
session.
Uh-oh.
Yes, you will get the lovely
I
smell of a burning ogre.
Barbecue?
I didn't think 10 points would do it.
Okay, let's be fair though. He'd been whopped on really damn hard before you got to him.
No. We hit the mage.
There was
We
the
have not
drummer
touched the
boy.
stick.
Oh wait. Who did you?
Yeah, no, I was going after Stick. I was.
Oh, you
yeah,
got your
the
stick.
One,
Oh no.
Yeah.
That doesn't drop stick. No.
I was about
Okay,
to
cool.
say, like, wow.
Then
The one that was in
Okay.
a different book.
All right. Sorry. Roll your attack
All right, well, I got a natural 19. So that's
against. Yeah, that's gonna hit stick.
cool.
AC 14 hit.
AC meets.
So I hit
10 points of damage
All right.
8
with
points
the
of
great
damage.
sword.
Wait. I need to add 2 damage to mage because
For what?
we enchanted the staff, remember?
Oh shit! Right. Okay.
So that is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 points of damage to stick.
To stick. Okay.
Yep.
All right. So
And as a bonus action,
yes.
she is
There's
going
more.
to... Wait, there's more. Actually, let me make sure that this isn't a bonus action. Because I've gotten things wrong before. Nope, okay. So yeah, as a bonus action, she's going to look at Aoife and just go,
Why don't you teach these ogres why you don't mess with your swamp?
make it a bardic inspiration.
Yay, thank
Hooray.
you.
D8. I'm done.
Okay. So Stick is running away as fast as he possibly freaking can.
And this is just a reaction. So on his turn, he can turn around and
Okay.
come back.
Is this one of these? He has to take the dash action.
Yes, he has to move as he has to use his entire movement, not a dash.
But he
So-
doesn't have to.
so-
Okay, because there are some spells that require you to take dash action and double move. Okay.
No.
So all right. So he's going to cover 40 feet. That's not nothing. But that does in fact bring us to the ogres. Formerly Drummer Boy.
Formerly known as.
Yes, has had enough time to register that one, his drum is broken, and two, that pisses him off.
It was hard.
And so he is going to stand up with his great maul that had been resting between his legs. And, we lost an ape.
No, he's there. He's Yep.
Okay. Because he was going to get attacked.
Wait.
We will hold on him to be back to see if that hits.
I'm back. Sorry.
That's
I had
okay.
the phone going off, and I had to see if it was work from a personal phone.
Okay. All right.
And it was across the room.
So does a 23 hit for Marge? Just barely? Okay, cool.
Barely.
Barely. Where is it? Where is it? There it is. I'm ready for all these dice. So Marge takes 19 points of damage. And I need you to make me
Points
a
of damage.
D. Huh?
I was doing rage math.
Oh, that's right. You're raging.
Rage math.
And I need you to roll me a DC 15 strength save, please.
16 on the dice.
16 on the dice. It is
That's advantage. 16 on the dice again.
Okay. That is still going to push you 10 feet straight back.
Who did that?
That would
Drummer
be
Boy.
Drummer Boy.
We're just gonna look at him and just roar. Just.
He returns the favor and goes for the drum, realizing too late, damn it, I can't do that.
March will give him a toothy grin.
Does March have teeth?
Does now.
Doesn't it?
Now.
That was an upgrade. He got a mouth.
He always had a mouth. All the sass he's been giving Diana.
That was an offered mouth.
It was offered modification. Would you like a mouth, sir? Phrasing. Diana, I need you, please, ma'am, to make me a DC 12 dex save.
You want the paladin to make a dex save. All
I
right.
do.
That's a 4.
Did it roll off your desk?
No, it's in my tray.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say it doesn't count if it falls on the floor.
It's
You know?
in my
doesn't.
tray.
You
Good
will
power.
take
Mhm.
6 points of damage as the snowy earth beneath you bursts into flames.
I know that spell.
Mage Boy can actually cast.
All right, cool. I know who I'm going after next. Again.
Yep. And finally, Stick Boy.
Gotta run all the way
He
back.
does have to run all the way back, in fact. So he will, in fact, do exactly that. Kind of shakes his head. And as he looks back, he can see Aoife in the swamp. Is Biddy Swamp Thing again? It's one of you boys.
Yeah.
Yeah. He comes charging back, isn't going to be able to make it to Aoife, but is close enough at least to swing on Marge.
Oop.
He rears back with that thing that he's kind of carrying like a battering ram and as far out as he can. But his bell got rung enough. I'm going to guess a 13 does not hit Marge.
No, sir.
Okay. Well, he kind of, but he's too soon.
One punch chump there.
Yep. Kind of just, yeah. His footing ain't so great. You hear the roar again. And you can see trees falling on the north side of town. But you can't see what's causing it yet. Petrus, for his part, is hanging on to Lucy. He's been kind of carrying her the whole time because Lucy. And one hand out. Surprising absolutely no one this time.
You
Pew pew, that's right. He is going to Eldritch Blast and holy crap, it connected.
My God.
That's how I feel when I
Someone.
cast a spell too. I understand.
The boy managed to do a thing. Yeah, he smacks the living shit out of Stick Boy.
He protect. He is
He
snack.
protect.
But he also attack.
In fact, he bloodies Stick Boy pretty fucking bad. Looks like he's kind of hanging on by a thread, and goes scooting backwards 15 feet.
Yeah.
Stick Boy is now standing right by the fire. That brings us to Aoife.
Is Lucy going to do anything?
Lucy is not. Lucy is being good girl.
Lucy's being good. Okay, just checking. First things first, I'm going to cast Mage Armor on myself.
Yep.
And we did confirm.
Yes.
Cool. Awesome. Sweet. I wish I'd been paying attention enough to use Counterspell before. And I'm mad that I did not. I think I too am going to cast Eldritch Blast. Yep. It's still so weak. At least it feels weak anyway. But yeah. Oh, that's against Stick Boy.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, numbers. 15.
15 will hit Stick Boy, and I'll go ahead and tell you the first one takes him down. Where do you want the other one to go?
I think I still only get one.
Oh, I thought you had two.
You could
I misunderstood. I misunderstood the reading. It said 5th level, and I thought it meant 5th level spell, and I was like, I'm only up to level 3.
No.
I misunderstood. Okay. This is what happens when you take a month off from playing D&D. Don't be like me, kids. Play D&D all the time. Even if it was like minimum damage, even if it was just literally 1, it would still take him out.
He had 1 hit point left.
All right, I'm just checking. I'm just double checking.
As you can't roll a 0, he's dead.
Cool, neat. In that case, we will go for the mage, who is surprisingly actually a mage.
Surprise! He's a mage.
3.
That does. Wait, that 3 damage. What'd you roll? Yeah. Because if it hits Stickboy, it definitely hit other guy. He-
16. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
You feel him. You see him curl around the shot and rock back. And when he stands, he's like barely standing. He's kind of
Oh, sweetie.
one of these.
Okay.
And that brings us to the top of the order. Marge. I can't hear you. There we go. Now we're back to top of the order. Marge, what you doing?
Wouldn't be a show without an audio issue.
Yeah, right.
So the first
notice my janky mic.
yeah. So the first thing is, because we didn't do it at the top of the order, I'm going to roll my d6 for my Cosmic Omen from Frostbite's class.
Was ist das?
So Cosmic Omen is whenever you finish a long rest, roll a d6. You gain one of the following possible omens based on whether you rolled an even number or an odd number on the d6. I rolled a 3, which is woe. Whenever a creature you see within 30 feet of you makes an attack roll, a saving throw, or an ability check, you can use your reaction to roll a d6 and subtract that number from rolled from the total. So,
Is this once per day? Is this what is
no
Long rest.
This is 1, 2, 3, 5 times a long rest I can use.
What? That's garbage. Okay.
Damn.
Love it.
Gold star.
So it's basically cutting words.
A bane or a bless.
Yeah.
It's a bane or a bless as a reaction.
his reaction? Okay.
That being said, now that I have the woe, I know what I can do under reactions. The blue beam is going to shoot out of Marge's forehead as a guiding bolt hits the one that just shoved Marge 10 foot back.
That would be Drummer Boy. Okay.
Yep. Drummer Boy, I need to see if I hit. 19, 20, 22, 23, 24. It's 24 hits.
Yes, 24 definitely.
Cool. 4d6 damage.
Yahtzee.
Beautiful.
And that's 6. 12 points of radiant damage.
12 points of radiant damage. Yeah. All right.
And
Is it lit
then,
up?
no, it's just guiding bolt.
Yes. So everybody for the rest of the turn gets advantage. Hitting
The
this
next
bastard, right?
attack roll made
The next attack,
target
okay.
before the end of your turn has advantage.
Okay.
So Marge is going to swing away.
Oh.
You coated him in glitter.
Yep.
You about to knock the dust off, I think.
19 plus.
Dude, you're looking for 16.
Yeah, so I hit. And that will be 10, 11, 12 points of damage on the first hit. Is he still up?
Yep.
Reckless on the second. 16, 30, 20. Or 9, 10, 11 points of damage.
Damn. He's still standing, but you are walloping him well. That brings us to Diana.
Okay. So Marge did the advantage and whatnot.
Yes.
Cool. Just touching base. I'm gonna go closer to Aoife.
Okay.
I've got a spell here somewhere. I'm gonna cast Shield of Faith on her. +2 AC for your duration.
Okay.
What's the duration?
That's what I was also looking at. 10 minutes concentration.
Okay, so we have a bulletproof witch.
Yeah.
It's not quite that much yet.
And I'm just gonna stay ready near Aoife.
Burning Aoife.
They have
Yeah.
something against my buddy.
I know, I'm here for it. Nia, what you got?
The dragon is still moving. Very, very. Again, continuing to stalk these two ogres behind us.
If you turn to look, like they are long gone. I mean, they have run so far. Like you can't see them anymore. They screwed all the way off. Although it does look like from the perspective of the rest of the rest of the ogres that you have a dragon at your back and seem unconcerned. So that probably has some psychological benefit.
It's a fair point.
I mean, yeah, no. Nia is absolutely going to have it look like the dragon is stepping over us. Like he's standing over the three ladies, head poking out of the trees, and roars in the face of whoever the fuck is still up.
Nice. You know what? We've got drummer boy and would-be mage. If you want to roll intimidation on that, I'll let you.
Ooh, okay. Okay. Natural 20.
Shut the front door.
Son of a bitch.
Thank you, Preston.
Love it.
The two remaining ogres turn and bolt. They are hauling ass north as far as they can.
Isn't there something that we don't know coming out of the woods that direction?
Funny you should ask.
Mhm. Yeah.
Because it's at this moment
Uh-huh.
that said something steps out to be seen, snapping both ogres up in its giant maw and giving them a shake.
Maybe that curbed its hunger a little bit.
This alligator is a good 60 feet long.
I'm sorry. 60?
Correct.
Understood. Thank you.
And about 25 feet high.
Oh!
Okay.
Aoife,
Many cards
Aoife,
were held up.
This is
Aoife,
fine.
you have heard legends
Oh,
of the
everybody's
thing
heard
called
stories.
the Dragon of the Swamp,
Everybody's heard stories.
and you're fairly certain you just met it.
I am here for this.
This thing looks bloodied, though.
Oh.
It's been fighting. You can see spears sticking out of it. And it is pissed. Mia, you have the rest of your turn.
I see it with spears in its back. It chomped up the two. Can I do a medicine check to see how injured this thing looks to me?
Half
Far
dead.
away.
I say half dead wouldn't be an understatement. I'll give you that. I mean, this thing is badly injured.
He is going to cast sleep on it. I don't want to kill it. The ogres are assholes. This thing is probably just living in the swamp. Anyway, yeah. I'm gonna cast sleep at. I'm gonna cast it at 2nd level.
Okay.
towards the big boy. So
Mhm.
I'm going to roll 7d8. So let me just tell you how many that is. God, that's a lot of dice. 24.
You kind of see it wooze.
If that
A
doesn't
little
put it
bit.
to sleep, then
Yeah. It is what it is. But that's nope.
Okay.
It is still conscious.
Okay.
Um,
Nia's going to stay here. Stay right here underneath the pretend dragon.
good plan. Petrus holds his action. He's gauging what everyone else is going to do. Is this a run? Is this a fight? The swamp dragon, for its part, stalks a little closer, but like doesn't immediately engage or attack. It's just kind of standing out in the middle of this open area, sniffing.
Can I go ahead and just say, yeah, the dragon, after the other two run away, and when we see that, I make the dragon like look like intimidating, but not actively fighting. So like
Yep.
on guard.
Not to draw it in. Gotcha.
Yes.
Gotcha. Aoife.
Sorry, someone said friends, and I'm like, oh, I'll just put on some lipstick and walk up to it and has friends on it.
The stories that I've heard
Yeah.
about this, would any of them be like legend type stories, things that my grandmother would have told me?
Yes, absolutely.
Generally speaking, what is said about this creature? Is it meant to be a protector of the swamp, or is it
It is
force to be reckoned with?
It is in a way the spirit of the swamp. This is a thing of deep legend. The fact that no one in living memory has seen it should probably tell you a lot. A creature like this, if it wanted to go hunting, could go hunting anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Swamp protector is a good way to put it.
Okay. Well, in that case, I will actually, and this is me with like my super +1 in animal handling over here.
Have an inspiration.
I do have inspiration. Thank you for reminding me. Drop my staff and hold my arms out and walk very slowly toward it, singing very lightly. Nothing big or major. Just sound.
Yeah.
Trying to calm it.
Yeah, roll me an ammo hand. Let's see what we do.
Let's see what we do indeed. Which one of my dice aren't going to betray me this evening?
Even you.
I am going to roll that d8.
You also have reroll from beginning of session.
Yeah, DM inspiration. You always start with it.
I'm going to hold on to that one.
Okay.
Okay. It's 15.
I rolled a wisdom check to see what it would do. 10 on the dice +4. You beat it.
Can we take it home?
Can we take it home?
I just don't want to be eaten.
Okay, so yes, but
That was
basically,
Nikki.
I want to sing the songs that my grandmother taught me, songs of the swamp. You know, the things that we would sing when we were foraging, looking for secrets, looking for things to bring home.
It doesn't so much seem to comprehend as it kind of does the puppy what the fuck, the
Mhm.
tilt of the head, because it knows these songs.
Why are there so many songs about rainbows? What's on the other side?
Can't not picture Kermit. Doesn't step forward. It just kind of twists and leans down and looks. And you can feel its breath. I mean, this thing is huge. The snow kind of parts in front of it. It watches you for a minute and stands up and slowly starts to lumber away. You're cracking and crashing and more timber breaking, the sound of something large moving through the swamp. You know what this is. It's breaking trees as it goes, but it can't help it. It is what it is. You have just a moment to catch a flurry of motion out of the corner of your eye, and you feel something around your legs. And you look down, and it's a little girl. And she's shaking, and she's scared. And she looks up. They said you were bad. You're not bad. Thank you. And she buries her little face in your skirts and just holds on. After a few moments, people start to come out of their houses, and the mother comes to collect the child. I'm sorry. I said I couldn't stop it. I'm sorry.
Okay.
She pulls the little girl away and walks her back to the house. People start coming to collect the bodies. One goes and checks to see that the other two ogres are long gone. If you look, the ferry is parked exactly where it should be. The ferryman came over and got ambushed. But there will be people who can start the ferry service again. What are we doing?
Dragon goes away.
Yes.
I make it do like a whole thing where it flies up in the air and.
Yes. The townsfolk now think you have a red dragon on your side. Yes.
Oh boy.
It's not my dragon.
Yeah, it's mine, apparently. That's fine.
See?
This is fine.
I'm concerned about that very large reptile that was real, that had spears in it. Was that the ogre's doing, or?
I had
don't
a
know.
strong feeling.
Could have spoken to it.
Oh,
I mean, if we know where it went.
it would not be hard to track it through the swamp.
I think we
However.
need to let it be.
However, I think that would be a thing that is better done in the daylight. And I believe there is something waiting for us at my house. As long as my house is still there. God's willing.
And loud enough for the townspeople to hear, Marge would go, and through the mouths of babes, truth is spoken.
I just turn around and walk away.
So then we just like book it. We're like, all right.
Yeah, peace.
So
The glasses back.
Oh.
So, it's not like it's a far walk. Little trail of wind chimes leading you back. The house is just fine.
Oh, good.
Nothing has happened to it.
Diana runs and stands on the welcome mat.
Hey, what's your name?
My God.
My name is Diana, and you
Hi,
are a
Diana.
dear friend.
Oh,
But Manticore, I need you to open.
how do I do that?
Just give it a second. Well,
I'm still not opening.
this is
How do I-
awkward. Manticore,
My door.
can you please open?
I thought have I always been a door?
Yes.
Okay.
You're my favorite door. Because you're not trapped and trying to kill me.
Do you have more than
Oh.
one favorite door? Is that a thing?
That's not the point.
I'm a big fan of Jim Morrison myself.
Get out.
Or on the space bombs.
Just get out.
Am I doing something wrong? Do one of y'all want to
You're doing
try?
your date. I have no idea what you're doing, but you're doing it really well.
Did you say his name?
I did
Twice.
Twice.
Twice so far, actually.
I try to jiggle the doorknob.
There's no doorknob.
Right.
It's completely flat. Just the
There's
face.
something up with the mat.
Can you step back, Diana?
And I step off the mat.
Marge is going to step onto the mat.
Your name.
I am Marge.
Hi, Marge.
It is a pleasure to meet you again.
It's again.
Yes.
Oh, I don't remember any other times, but it's a pleasure to meet you.
Yes. You are looking quite lovely in your green. No, wait,
Purple.
he's purple, in your purple.
Thank you. You know, now that you mention it, though, I do like green. It's a very easy color to be.
Sometimes.
It's not easy sometimes, though.
I mean, purple. This is a pretty color.
Will you
You're a very
allow
pretty color,
me?
too.
Will you allow me entrance, Manticore?
Why do you keep using that word?
We're just going to step off the mat. Flip it over.
Mm-hmm.
What's the word on the bottom of the mat?
Oh, it's Manticore. Y'all just forgot how the puzzle works.
No, she said his
I
name.
thought it was saying his name.
This is the best.
Did someone
I'm making
change the
y'all
lock?
I'm making y'all solve the
Damn
same puzzle twice.
When you forget the lock to your, when you forget the combination to your door, you're like, fuck.
Quick, chat. Somebody pull up episode 1D.
Session 2. Please.
Just sitting there grinning at you.
Marge is going to play back the video from his memory banks of how the door opened the first time.
Or the
To make
10,
him,
the
you have to make
10,000
him
times.
10,000 times. You have to make him say his name. It's not that you say it; it's that
Wow.
he
Gotcha.
says it.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
I thought
Step back on the mat.
What's your name?
My name is Marge.
Hi, Marge. It's nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you too. And what is your name?
I don't think I have one.
Would you like the name Manticore?
That's a very pretty name. Where did you come up with Manticore? Ah! And the door opens.
I thought Jesse was gonna be a penis and just not say it.
Wow.
Get some brute force our way into Aoife's house.
Well, we're done with this magic item.
Never.
I mean, we just pick the damn mat up. You know that, right?
We know, but it's funny.
It's so much better this way.
Oh God, we're gonna wait until somebody hides in the basement and just lay it on the basement door. You're trapped forever.
Oh gosh.
And so
Step off the mat, hold the door open.
So my presumption is that the thing that we came here for is outside the house. Don't
Do
imagine.
we have a new bird bath?
That's certainly one way to put it.
actually it hasn't
Definitely a
gotten,
lawn.
it hasn't
It hasn't-
gotten there yet.
It hasn't arrived yet. Okay.
Yes, they got stopped at Gibson's Ferry
You're right. Oh God, we probably could have picked it up on our way through. Well,
because there was a giant dragon thing in the way.
right. Eh,
You probably
it's
couldn't have
fine.
carried.
That's fine. It's no big deal. It's fine. Well, we're here.
We are. Welcome back. Home. Home sweet home.
As soon as they're inside, the door closed. Frostbite is out of the robot.
Don't need that anymore. Not Frostbite. Frostbite's great.
Have you actually been in the house as yourself? Or have you always been in Marge? Did you sneak out in the middle of the night while Diana and I were sleeping?
Yes.
That
Terry
sounds.
stole my star candy.
Wow.
I did not steal them. You offered them.
I offered Marge.
Now, to be fair, I don't think he was doing it maliciously. You know, when no one's watching, just be able to step out of the place you're hiding in for a few moments, stretch your legs and wings.
Well, no, and we
And sit by the fire
inherently-
quietly.
We inherently all have our secrets.
Oh, I don't have any more. They're all out in the open.
Speaking of Marge, do you still have that other wanted poster?
Yes.
Can I borrow it?
Why?
Because I am tired of hiding behind them.
One moment. Frostbite would fly in, fly out a moment later with parchment folded up.
I will take the poster from Frostbite and unfold it, revealing the face of Landris Greyshorn. Since we know some of the circumstance behind why I had a one poster, I feel like I need to get this off my chest. And I don't know how this is gonna work. I don't know how many of you know who Lyra is, other than the goddess that I follow. She is the goddess of lies and deception and illusion.
Not
She-
to criticize, but I feel like maybe in the future lead with illusion and then lies and deception. It's just a
You raise a really good point, and I'll take that into consideration. She was thought to be forgotten and basically a dead god. But she helped me in securing my secret. I don't know if this is going to work, quite frankly. Her magic is strong, very, very strong. This man on this poster, I know him very well.
No, you don't.
I do, and this is going to be the tough part. I know him, and he and I are the ones who broke the treaty for Balmoral. He works under Saoirse. Wow, I couldn't remember her name for a second. He works under Saoirse. And he is one that keeps the peace. So he was used in a treaty to help end the 10-year war. But things happen along the way to getting him from just outside of Holston and Woods End to Balmoral. Both he and Saoirse failed to mention that the treaty was an arranged marriage. I was going to let it lie and just disappear in the night. But I guess once a Fae has your name, you kind of owe them. So the night before the wedding, I don't want to say we crashed a dinner party, but we definitely left it in shambles. And we left.
Whose wedding?
The Baron's daughter and Landris were to be married. Because lying bow mission is still lying. But I just wanted all of you to know there's a good chance we will find him soon. Because he has something of mine that he needs to return. But that is for a different night, under different circumstances.
I'm just curious then.
Mm-hmm.
Why was the party crashed and Landris not married to this young Baron's daughter?
Because he stole my heart on our way to Balmoral. And I his.
I see.
I want to know why you're lying about knowing this guy.
Diana closes her eyes and speaks to Lyra.
I did what you asked.
I know it's what I asked. But that was in a time that I felt I needed to be protected. That he needed to be protected. I feel like we can both come out of hiding now.
Oh, child. You have no idea what you're being protected from. But
It's okay. I've got my friends and I've got their protection and their support. I don't need to hide with magic anymore.
Well then, let us lift the veil and see what happens. March and Frostbite.
And Eve.
Both, and Aoife. All three immediately become aware that their minds have been altered. Some deep magic reached inside you and changed your perception of the world. And you feel something like a fog lifting.
I'm sorry I lied. But I didn't want anyone involved if they didn't have to be. And that was the only way I thought I could protect everyone involved. But I see that that's not the way to do it.
Since we're all here, we are together and we are all being honest as of this moment. No one gets to decide for me what I am to be protected from. Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, don't ma'am me. That's
Yeah, no, she doesn't like that.
What if we're actively protecting you from ogres trying to attack the swamp?
in a combat situation. that is a completely different scenario. But
We're pushing you out of the way of metal spikes.
I like to think at this point in our journey together that we can be honest with each other.
Or keeping you from clotheslining yourself on tripwire across the top of the pit.
You know, if you could have warned someone about that, that would have been great.
You're the one that went first.
Affy, now that we're friends, I would never once lied to you. Might have withheld information, but never lied.
I believe Diana just informed us that lying by omission is still lying.
Then, oh, well, you didn't. There are two people since I've been traveling with you that might be missing various body parts. That's all I'm going to say.
I certainly don't need an entire life story.
No, I've got it. I've got time.
I don't need to know everything.
5 years ago.
Back and back and back. I understand. But truly, we trust each other with our lives. We've made it abundantly clear that all of us would throw ourselves in front of a spell for the other. So,
This is my coming clean.
treat us with respect. That's all.
I do apologize for it.
I'm surprised we almost went into a hotel then. You already had your heart stolen by somebody else.
I met you prior to this.
Hmm.
This was after.
Back and back and back.
Let's see. No accounting for taste. He is quite attractive.
Yeah.
I'd certainly steal body parts from him if that were a situation
Mia.
I were in. What? It's what I do.
It's what I live for.
Marge, Frostbody's going to land on Marge and just start casting mending.
While we were having this heart to heart, Biluxi let me know that he is on his way here.
Wonderful.
So,
Will Petrus's stomach drop.
he will be bringing Asa to us. In the meantime, and I throw back the rug and pull open the trapdoor and run downstairs real quick and come back up with like 2 mason jars full of moonshine and set them on the table. Put the door back. Put the rug back. We can't hear you again, Abe. And go into the kitchen area and start making something. Making food.
Marge, what other upgrade? Sorry. He's being mended right now.
I'm not playing that game again right now.
Oh no.
No.
No. It's too far too soon for that. I just drinks. They're there. Take it as you please.
Drink coffee.
No.
No.
There's peppermint tea.
They're
We will give you a small amount of coffee
in the morning.
after business is
morning.
settled.
In the morning.
Maybe.
Otherwise you won't sleep. You won't sleep tonight.
I don't have to sleep anyway unless I want to.
You know.
Marge, what kind of upgrades did they give you while you were on the table, as it were? Besides a new core, do you feel younger, more sprightly? Do your knees not creak anymore?
Is that a thing?
Knees creaking? Yes. If you skip leg day.
My knees
Nice
never
job bringing
creak.
that one back around. Good job. put on a kettle of water and make some coffee.
Yay, coffee.
Just so that we're clear, where we are waiting for the remains of Asa to be returned to us, and then what next? Are we going to speak to the grandson, or are we going to the ruins, crypts, tunnels?
The Druid Temple.
So there was the Druid Temple. There's the big swamp gator. There's talk to the grandson. There's go to the library. There's just so many options.
Before we do anything, I think we need to head back to the Druid Temple.
Yes.
Mm.
And
We need to get the rest of
the
those books.
grandson.
Oh, the grandson and the temple are two separate areas.
For what it's worth, in DM voice, they're pretty damn close to each other, though.
Yes.
Yeah, like we could go into the temple,
Let's say we hit the temple first.
stuff we need, come back out, and head north.
Books, not important things like that, but specifically the candelabra. Yes.
Mhm.
Why do you want it? It doesn't do anything.
Well, I didn't think the key was for anything, and then it turned out to be
A
pod.
thing.
So
What candelabra?
it was on the table in the office. I don't know if Marge came in with us.
Marge didn't come in with us. He
Mm-mm.
stayed guard.
There was a table in an office.
Yes, it's where that journal that you have came from. There were others, I believe.
There were other books on the bookshelf, yes.
And the candelabra was mentioned in that journal entry.
Mhm.
Yes.
But I didn't know it was in that room.
Yes.
That
You can
temple
have a-
had a lot of.
You can have anything in that room except the candelabra and whatever else is in that desk, because that's
Oh,
mine.
wait. Aoife, do you still have the book?
Oh, yes. I think I just set it on a shelf in here.
It talked about the candelabra in
Mhm.
the book. It works with the table, so you have to bring the pair. There's something about a plate.
Didn't see a plate, but it might be in the table.
Or underneath?
Goodness. One sec.
I have to say, I was very wary of anything in this area. So I didn't investigate super heavily. I had just fallen into a spike pit.
And
I think we were all a
we do
little
need to
worried.
see if we can find those librarians again.
Oh,
I'll be able to find them again.
That shouldn't be out of the library.
Pod, darling. Did you ever see a plate in the desk?
I love it.
So Pod turns into something that looks, you would all know it as a hockey puck. He's tiny, so you don't really get a sense of scale.
Yeah.
But it's a little dark gray, and really seriously, like Amazon Alexa shaped, the little Echo Dot.
Hockey puck.
Could very easily be inside the desk or attached to the underside of it.
And on one edge, there's a little patch of green. And on one edge, there's a little patch of yellow. And they start going in circles.
Hmm. Interesting.
And that's in the desk, or is that in the room?
Yes.
Can't
Are you asking
Pod,
Pod? Because he's
Yes.
can't
oh,
Pod change into
You can do it
turns
into very
a tiny-
small things.
turns into a tiny desk. And the tiny desk drawer opens.
I love it. Oh my god.
Learning all kinds of new tricks.
I love him.
He can turn into
Amazing.
things he's seen.
I love it.
Oh, I love it.
Oh, maybe
Okay.
he
Wait.
opens up the tiny little desk drawer, the one that I guess he was housed in, and like were you in? Was there anything else in the drawer that you were in? I feel like Nia would have noticed if there's something else besides the key. In
No,
the
he was in a chest. You didn't. You never opened the desk drawers.
I never.
That's right. Yeah. So all of the, like little papers start to appear, and there's little tiny writing on them, and a couple of what are maybe scrolls and the tiniest little baby feather quilt ever.
Oh my gosh. Well, at least we know what we're looking for. That's good.
My heart. Yes, that is what a dust looks like. Very good. And then she has him turn back into the pin so she can put him back in her hair.
Yes.
Yeah.
Pod has learned hair clips very well.
God has learned.
So well that sometimes he gets caught.
Oh dear.
Oh no.
So I get he can turn into inanimate objects. Have you tried seeing if you can turn into anything living?
Turn into me, sweetie.
Yeah, that he turned into a wait.
He's turned into a mini Nia before.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right. Sorry, a brain bad.
Too cute.
Nia, if I wasn't mistaken, I would say that you've grown an attachment.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You can say that all you'd like.
I can't grow attached to Pod because at some point Pod will be returning to his family, and that we can't be attached.
If we can find said family.
I would like to try.
Once we get everything settled with everything in the world burning, I'll help you try to find Pod's family.
Not even those in the courts know where the changelings are born and raised.
But somebody put Pod into a chest.
Somebody
Maybe
knows.
if they turned into traps, I could find them very easily.
Only if
Diana is just straight faced. No,
Wow.
I've triggered more than just the tripwires. Remember the tiles?
Oh, that's right.
Beatrice leans over to Aoife. I think I'm glad I was asleep for all of this.
You missed a lot.
You were on the other side of the tiles.
Yeah,
Honestly,
I also went through that portal you went through. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, that was.
while we're there, we can go get the daylight stone.
Oh. Mm.
Do we need to write a list?
Yes.
I already have
Do
a
we need to
list.
make a to-do list? Eva, do you have a pen?
Hold on one
anything?
second.
I need to write things
Hold
down.
on. Let me just. Oh, goodness. Did I pause things by accident? Nope, we're fine. Here you go. Yes, it's in the shape of a dragon. It's amazing. I know. Here. And
Did
here's
you-
some.
Did you get that from the Celestial Stag?
Maybe.
All right, noted. All right,
Make
everyone
off
put
with
it.
their tip pen.
I didn't make off with it. Just. Oh my God. What was the sweet girl's name? I don't even remember. I think I named her Haley. Just Haley gave it to me once to sign some things, and then I just never returned it.
So you made off with the tip pin.
Yes.
It's funny. There's a Haley in our celestial stag too. Weirdest damn thing.
Is there?
Maybe
always
there's a Haley in
Haley?
every celestial
That,
stag.
that's actually how it is. They're all named Haley.
All right,
Akbar?
friends.
You're kidding, right?
What do we need to get from this temple so we don't miss anything this time?
Books.
All the books, pretty much that entire office area.
We're not taking the table though. I'm sorry.
Take
Candelabra
the puck.
and the puck, the plate, I think it was called, and the daylight stone.
The daylight stone.
I want to go get the stone out of the roof that was making the daylight over the
Yep,
cage.
the daylight stone. And I believe there is a whole wing that we never explored.
Yeah, no, we ignored it.
Oh no, I already did that.
What?
I already investigated all of that. There were
no.
What did you
goodness.
find?
No, when I told us we should go left, and y'all all decided to go stack at the door with the
Right.
bugbear and the goblins.
Yes.
Oh, but there was a tunnel that led the opposite direction, besides the one that led to the cellar that led out. Here, there were beds, cots, foot lockers.
Did you find anything interesting?
Yes, I did. I found. So I did sell a few of the potions because I didn't think they'd be that very important. And one of the scrolls made your brooch there, Diana. Then I had these, and she pulls out the five ivory carvings. Like, there are these. They're pretty. We can put them on the desk, I guess. And the last potion. Actually, no, I have two more. I have this one and this one. She pulls out a potion of fire breath and an oil of slipperiness.
What were the potions you sold?
I only showed the one that allows you to breathe underwater. I didn't really think we would be dealing with that anytime soon.
Do the beings depicted in the carvings look familiar or ring a bell to any of us?
Abe,
Yes, sir.
roll me history, AC 15.
History.
Uh-huh.
Uno momento, por favor.
See,
17.
17. At least two of these people you've met personally. They are Winter Eladrin, you would know.
By the name of?
You wouldn't know their real names.
Well,
Are
by
you
the name,
silly?
by the name, the name.
Their
they go by.
names.
Their stage
Not
name.
not their true name.
Not their true names,
Their,
fair enough.
Their stage name.
their
yeah.
equivalent
Um,
to Frostbite.
They're alternate universe names.
Yes. You would know them simply by L and M.
L and M.
ELLEM.
Oh, that's L and M. I know them.
Is that a department store in the inner cities or
No, that is L.
Mhm.
ELL. That is
Mhm.
M. EM.
And they are
Are
Winter Court Eladrin.
and how many of these? There are 5.
There are 5. The rest of them have similar features.
Did
But
they have features of other courts?
I mean, they're ivory. You couldn't really tell all that much. But
Well, I
nothing.
didn't know if
Oh. No, nothing here screams summer or spring. They're simply Eladrin.
there's not one of Landris, is it?
No.
Okay.
There is not.
Okay, sure.
Your boy ain't that old.
Just tell me how I know L and M later.
Yes, I will. I hadn't expected that to come up, but it's fine.
Yeah, we might as well just take a whole Saturday and go through all the shit you and I need to talk about.
I know. And also, testing DM memory for a moment. Nikki, in that chest, weren't there also some blank scrolls? Do I remember that right?
There was the regular scroll, and then there was quill and ink, 3 blank pieces of paper. It's, for some reason, my notes say 2 unknown potions.
We identify those later. Yeah.
Yes, but then how did I get 3? Did I find a third one in the other
It was in the other room.
Yes. Okay.
The oil of slipperiness was in the barracks. I remember that.
Oh God. Anyway, yes, there were 3 blank pieces of paper.
Yeah. So there's a fine quill and ink set.
Yes.
And 3 blank scrolls. Yeah. Okay.
That's my
Not-
fine one. This is the one from the Celestial Pen that I enjoy using.
I say not that I have to tell the party that. I was just checking my memory.
No. She's gonna be upfront about it. I guess I took this and this and this and this. She's pulling all of these things out of her handy have her sack purse. She's like, oh, that might as well. And she pulls out one of the wine bottles and just uncorks it. And she pulls out more stuff. and I found some gold. It's not much gold. It was just lying around gold.
It's your money.
Keep it.
Thank you. Actually, I lied. I don't have that gold. That gold got added into making Diana's brooch. That's right.
That
She got all that money back.
You did pay me back. Yes, but I do have that written down. Don't worry. I was like, oh, that's right. Anyway. Yes.
From somewhere outside, you hear, "Hey, what's your name?"
Oh,
Yes, I love this doormat.
Yes, good doormat.
Is there a doorknob on the inside?
There is. You can just
wait,
Oh,
crossbite.
Wait.
Boom, right back in the barge.
Before, can we just listen for a moment?
Oh, absolutely. I was going to stand by the door and just listen, just for a moment.
Maybe we should put a peephole in the door so we can see what's going
That
on.
might
No.
hurt Manticore.
We could ask
He's not
him.
there.
We could ask Manticore if he can make a peep.
From the other side of the door. The hell do you need to know my name for?
Does it sound like Biloxi?
Oh, yes.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna
Well,
let
you're
him.
not very nice.
I'm gonna let him spin
What's
for a
wrong
minute.
with you?
What's wrong with you?
Justin talking to himself is my favorite. Continue.
I'm not in the habit of answering the doors. Besides, who the hell are you? I have absolutely no idea.
Maybe this will teach him some manners.
Oh.
I can hear you.
Oh, I'm well aware.
I can hear who? Oh, wait. There are voices everywhere. I'm scared.
No,
Oh.
Manticore, it's okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and
Who's
open the
Manticore? Ah!
door. Not.
And the door opens, and Biloxi's standing on the other side.
Good evening,
Dana does
Colonel.
this exaggerated bow.
Does the door always do that?
Yes.
Yes.
Now, yes,
Yes.
indeed.
That's
Imagine if we were an
Annoying.
intruder.
I guess that could be useful, if
Indeed.
annoying.
Well, to be fair, I think if someone were trying to get in and had to attempt to go through Manticore, maybe
They
they would
just
just get annoyed and walk away.
Yeah, I can see that for sure.
Mhm.
I just wonder for the day when someone accidentally just steps on it trying to peep in through the window and he goes, "Hi, who are you?" It's a lot of fun.
I think they would do a pants check.
Marge, we are in front of company. Let's turn on our manners.
Yes.
I'm
He is a soldier
I've
in the
heard
armor.
worse.
He's probably spoken worse.
Almost
So,
worse to your damn
We
door.
can at least act like we have manners.
Speaking of doors, why have you knocked upon ours? I know why, but I just like being this way. Where I found popcorn, I don't know.
Somewhere in the kitchen, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
With Dinah.
Get out.
I'm somewhere in the kitchen with Diana.
He's strumming the old banjo.
Remember the song I sang earlier? That's where the banjo came from.
Biloxi turns and looks at Aoife, who might be the only sane one in the room.
We saw a giant dragon-like alligator. Leave us alone.
Okay, let's be real. If Biloxi does not realize who Diana is at this point, that's on him.
It
He's
has
terrible at his job.
it has been a day, so you will have to forgive them.
Saw the giant gator thing too. Huh?
Yes.
Ogre?
Saw and sent it on its way back into the swamp.
Better than my boys did.
Well, you grow up here, you learn things.
She sang to it. It was beautiful. Like a lady, like a tale from your storybooks.
Was it a tale as old as time?
Yes.
Can I offer you anything? Would you like some? She pauses for a moment, thinking,
That's most kind.
moonshine? Could you use a drink? It has been a day, I'm sure.
I frankly could use a drink, but 3 of my men are downstairs with delivery.
Understood. I
How
will.
How do you want to do this?
As painlessly as possible.
Well, actually, I don't think we get to make that decision. I think that's up to Petrus.
Petrus?
When I'm done, I want him to go home.
Do you
Is
know
that
where
all
his
right?
home is?
I know where he sent letters to.
Okay.
My guess is whatever that was fooling his parents too, but it's just a guess.
Can make sure that gets done.
He'll walk past the colonel down the stairs. The colonel will use himself. Go down then.
Diana kind of nudges Aoife. Maybe not be right next to him, but just close.
When Petrus has stopped moving, I'm trying to think like approached, however it is that he feels comfortable, would go and stand behind him back to back and hold his hand.
So when you go outside, they have Asa on a litter. They're carrying like a stretcher, and they've set him down in the snow, covered. And Petrus walks up to him, walks up to the side of the cot, and falls to his knees, and pulls the cover back just far enough to look into the steel face. And you can see and feel as the tears start to rack his body. He sobs. You feel the little glimmer of hope when your hand reaches his. You can feel him start to settle just a little bit. Still crying. But it's literally a lifeline. He's there for a few minutes till the tears start to fade. He reaches out. And if you were looking, you would see a gesture that would be familiar, an intimacy, stroking what should be soft feathers, but instead is cold hard steel. He'll cover Asa up. Stand. Just look at the colonel and say, okay, I'll give you an address. They're in Sanjin. Shouldn't take more than 2 days. back into the house.
Nia, can you step outside with me before they leave with Asa?
Were you asking for Nia?
Yes.
Okay. Yes. Sorry. Yes.
After Petrus and Aoife get back in the house and flip the door shut, with your ability to create illusions, can you look at Asa so that when we go to the grandson, if he asks, you can show him what we've seen here?
Actually. And Nia pulls down Pod and she says, Pod, can you look like that?
What does he sing?
So Asa, this iron statue of Asa.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
Just a tiny
would
little-
take the time to uncover Asa so that Nia Pod would be able to get a good look. That way, when we go to the grandson, the druid.
Now, granted, I'm not showing the grandson Pod, but Pod is able to turn into things, and then I can make sure that I get details correct. But
How close do you get to Asa?
Me?
No, when you ask questions like that,
pretty close. Like maybe not like right on top of him, but enough if I wanted to reach a hand out and touch him. I don't want to.
Roll me a dex check.
No.
Oh my god. No, actually, no. I have my reroll. I'm gonna take it. I don't want to get touched by this. Ooh. That's not better.
Oh
Is this a dexterity saving throw or just a plain dex check?
Plain dex check.
Oof. That's only a 12.
Pod's roll was a 16.
Thank God.
He manages to slip out of your hands and hits the snow with it. And then you see burrowing under the snow as he's making his little way toward Asa. And for a moment, you see a little shock of color on Asa's arm. And then it moves up his arm, around his head. He's got little feathers that stick out from where his ears should be. He's kind of an owlish little thing. And just in little patches now. The whole of him isn't unthawing. It's like you're seeing little bands of what he had been. And it goes all the way around him, this little band of color and softness, and comes back around in his chest, and it disappears for a minute. And then it comes back out, and you see it come out the end of his beak. And then Pod stands up like a little mini you and holds its arms up like this.
Don't scare me like that.
And as soon as he's back in your hand, he turns into Hair Clip.
had me real nervous for a second. Oof.
And what did you learn with all of that?
He turns into a little beholder. He turns into Asa. He turns into the druid from the grove. He turns into a book. He turns into a quill that you've never seen before. He turns into a feather. He turns into what looks like a pair of spiked boots. And on and on and on and on. Little miniature people you've never seen before. All sorts of little mundane objects.
Turn into the book, please.
He turns into the book. Hey, what's up?
Knowledge check, Faye, with what just happened is
You have no specific Not with changelings. You don't have a method for doing this.
Because Abe has an idea of what the fuck just happened because I've been watching the shit out of Stargate 1.
Hold on.
For the record, I've never seen it, so I don't know.
Nia asked Pod while he's in the book, write in the page yes or no. Do you have this Aarakocra's memories?
The word yes comes out very slowly. Like, you've seen Pod write before, and this is hesitant would be the word.
Yeah.
Pod, is it more the memories of things he's seen and turned into?
Again, the very hesitant, even slower this time, yes.
Okay. You did very good. I'm proud of you. You can turn back into the hair clip now.
And Pod becomes clip.
Back.
And so, was there anything else you wanted to do?
Was there anything else you needed, March?
No, I just wanted to be able to show the druid, if he asks what we have seen when I describe this, along with the other bodies we have found, that what I hope is actually the druid from the school.
Yes.
Him.
This, the Eladrin, the hag. Yes.
And the dryad.
Yes. And should we show him the book, the first journal? Should we show him any of the journals?
They are his grandfather's. I would like to try to peruse any of the Sylvan before we take them. That way, if he asks for them as they are his grandfather's property, we at least have some recollection of what was going on.
Okay.
Even if it is just turning the pages and examining it to begin with, to store them.
Yes. Okay. How do you feel right now? It's like she waits until Biloxi and the men have, I guess, taken Asa away, and they're going back into the cabin. She's like, "How? Goodness, you've been around since we've. How do you feel, Frostbite, seeing that?"
Nervous. Very, very, very nervous.
Goodness, now that Pod, once more, turn into the book, please.
He does.
When you that was you scanning Asa, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yes or no? Was he entirely iron all the way through?
Yes.
Just wanted to check. Can you do that to anybody, or just to other changelings, others like you?
E.
B. He said me. Is it me or B?
Me.
Answer B.
I mean, answer B.
Okay. Okay. Quite very fascinating. Goodness, we need to make sure you get to someplace safe. I would hate for somebody with more malicious intent to have you.
I think the safest place he can be is where he is now.
Well, of course.
If the courts get him, they will bend him to their will. No matter which court.
I don't want Pod to end up like Asa.
Damn sure don't want him to end up like me.
End up like you, Frostbite.
The Winter Court is a very nasty place. You
They
become
all
jaded
are.
very quickly.
Sorry, Diana, what were you saying, dear?
I said they all are.
I've never been around the courts, unfortunately. The only fae that I interact with are my sisters, and even then, it's
If
not good, to put it lightly.
They're just as bad as the rest of the day.
Oh, yeah, I bet. At least we leave each other alone. Unless...
Jenny calls.
Yes.
When Nia and Marge and Frostbite come back into the house, Aoife is setting down a pair of shears in front of Diana and then going back into the kitchen to finish making dinner for everyone. I remember you had mentioned something about your hair a bit ago.
Ooh. Are you planning to cut it?